Rise and grind, folks. Guys, I am on the way to a referral. This is a brand new customer. This is a referral from an existing customer. This guy called or texted yesterday and said that the heat stopped working. Guys, I am almost there right now. Let's go take a look. I'll see y'all when I get there. Alright guys, this is a York 90% furnace, and look at this. My inducer is running. This igniter is finito. But I got another one. Let me get this connector, this back plate off. I'll be right back. Alright guys. Got the igniter in. Now waiting for my fan to turn on. Let me get my thermometer. I'll be back, guys. This is a relatively 30-second service call. This customer wants to get maintenance done on the AC. I think he said that he had a refrigerant leak last summer, but we'll shoot back out here in the spring for the AC. But guys, yeah, no heat, power to this igniter, put the new igniter in, bada bing bada boo. But all right guys, I gotta do the paperwork and head to the next one. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Here's some free game here. This is the old igniter that I took out. Now, you hear me advocate for universal igniters and universal pressure switches. However, universal parts do not always work in every application. Now, the reason why I went with the hot rod igniter is because that is what was already in this unit. So I knew my configuration would be simpler than going back to what was in here from, I think this customer said that someone replaced this igniter maybe 2-3 years ago. But you see what they did here. I couldn't even reuse the same connection because it didn't line up. I ended up making up my own bracket to work. Nonetheless, guys, the biggest thing, universal igniter or OEM igniter, you do not want this igniter to touch metal. So what this means, if you use this bracket and let's say if this is the burner, if you're not careful and you mount this igniter touching the burner or any piece of metal, this will 100% kill your circuit board. And this is going to be a long day for you. So with that being said, regardless if you have to make your own bracket or if you're lucky enough to keep the old bracket on a universal igniter, make sure you guys have a light. Get a good flashlight, either your cell phone or whatever the case is, guys. Make sure you can see the circumference around the igniter. You do not want to blindly put an igniter in, and little do you know, this thing is touching metal, and as soon as 115 gets to this igniter, you're going to hear it pop, and that's going to be the end of it. Now you got to scramble around to find the circuit board. So guys, I've been there and done that. Just make sure you're taking your time. I don't care if you're going OEM or universal. Just be careful, and like I said, you can't go wrong with igniters, guys. But all right, I got to rock out. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.